Hello, hello. Can you can you hear me? Can you all hear me? Can you can you please type yes or no if you can hear? Who is angry? Okay, thank you, Rajesh. Let's wait for some time. Oh, 2 a.m. That's bad timing. Okay, if possible, can you ask your friends to join if they are interested? If you want to share this live into your WhatsApp groups or Facebook, that would be great and helpful to others. Let me do some sharing in my Facebook before I start. Let me say SCM live training, live training. Free. Okay, give me a sec. Are you able to see my screen? Okay, thank you, Jitesh. Give me 2-3 minutes more. I can see 13 people join. Okay, I'm moving my mouse, highlighting my server name, site server name. Okay, let us give another 2-3 minutes before I start. I'm not sure about that, Rajesh, because I don't know whether that is possible or not. When I tried this last time to upload a Facebook live video to YouTube, that was not possible. Like it was allowing me to download the video from Facebook, but it was not a good quality video, and I couldn't upload that to the YouTube channel. But Facebook live video will be available in my Facebook page. So, but I will try to upload that to YouTube as well if possible, but I cannot promise you. Let me check whether I can share to YouTube as well, the same video. I can do a. I'm trying to do a YouTube live as well. Not sure whether that is possible, but let's try. Resolution is not good. I'm not sure whether that is for all of you. Resolution is not good, or only for Venkat. Okay, that's great. Yeah. Okay, let's start without wasting any time further. Uh, so it's my fault. I didn't announce this live before, so I thought of doing a surprise live. So that's fine. People can see afterwards also. Uh, so just wanted to update about my lab environment over here. So I have a remote SQL server and SCCM box. Okay, so this is 1810 RU1 RU2. When I say RU, that is rollup update. Rollup update 2 is installed on this environment. At the moment, you can see the 1902 production version is not available in updates and servicing, right? So Microsoft released 1902 last week, and they provided a PowerShell script to enable the 1902 fast ring or opt-in ring. Okay. So what you can do is you can download that PowerShell script from PowerShell gallery. I have a I have a post which explains how to download and how to upgrade, and I have a YouTube video and Facebook video as well. You can watch those um, to proceed to get the links to upgrade or download the PowerShell script. Okay. So I have already downloaded the PowerShell script, and this is the PowerShell script which Microsoft provided. I'm not going to go through that in details, but you just need to provide your site server name. So this is my site server name, and I'm just trying to enable that. So right now my SCCM environment is joined to the fast ring. Okay, so SCCM has two rings. One is fast ring and the other one is slow ring. Slow ring is uh, kind of a general availability. So if your site, let me show it to you. If your service connection point is online, okay, if it is online, then after the general availability, and once Microsoft announces SCM 1902 slow ring, it will be automatically available in your console under updates and servicing. Okay, so see, I have run the PowerShell script over here and it said successful, and you can see the 1902 update is available now. Now what we need to do is basically you need to right click on this. If we can wait for another 2 minutes, it will automatically start downloading. Okay. Otherwise, you can right click on this update and click on download. Okay. So that will start downloading 1902 update. Yeah, so there are some prerequisites. At least I think we should have 1710 version of SCCM. Then only you will get 1902. So at the moment, if you are running 1710 version of SCCM and you have service connection point online, okay, in your environment, then you are eligible to get 1902 production version. Okay, so at the moment, if you look at my environment, I'm running 1810 version, so that is just a previous version of 1902. So I am eligible to get 1902. So it says it's downloading. Okay, let me see whether I can grab some of the log files. This is the best log file to check the download. That is called DMP downloader. Okay, I just double click on it. Okay, hopefully the download is working. Download large file with bits. Okay, redirecting, and it's downloading the cap file. That's good. Let me go to a particular folder where it is getting downloaded. If I can go to devices, C drive, program files, and if I can search for EC setup, I need to find out what is the GUID, package GUID for 1902 upgrade. I'm guessing today is 30th, so probably this is the one. Let me confirm that from the console itself. So in the console, if you go to updates and servicing, you can see all these things, right? And over here, you can see the package GUID as well. So my GUID ends with 3F38. So if I can go back to the folder and check, it's 3F38. Okay, so this is the one. So let me check what is the size of this folder. At the moment, the size of the folder is 397. Okay. Let me check whether the GUID details are there in the log file or not. So yeah, the files are getting extracted now, as you can see in the DMP downloader log at the moment. Okay, the log file is very busy. Yeah, this is the package GUID which we are talking about, that ends with 3F38. Okay, let's go back to folder and check what is the size now. It's increased to 1.14 gigabytes. So earlier when we checked, it was 300, around 300 megabytes. Now it's more than 1 mega 1 gigabyte, that is 1 GB. Okay, so it says, yeah, this is the full version of SCCM, right? So it is more than the roll-up updates. So it still says downloading. I didn't do a refresh. Before that, I wanted to go to show status and check. If when you click on show status, right, it will redirect you to the monitoring workspace over here, and it will show you the update of the upgrade process. So let's click on configuration manager 1902 and click on show status. Let's check what is happening over here. So in the download phase, so basically there are 5 phases in the upgrade process, right? The first phase is download. That is what we are going through. So in the download phase itself, you can see there are 5 sub phases. One is process update package, download update package, cap file, extract. We are done with extract now. Okay, that is why we saw that, like, the folder size is increased to 1.5 gigabytes. Okay, so let's do a refresh. Now it should go ahead and download the redist files from internet. So that is not documented or tracked through dmp downloader.log. So that is a different log. Okay, let me go to that log basically. So it's if I'm not wrong, it's I don't remember exactly, but it's prerequisite log or some other log. Let me check. Okay, it's not prerequisite log, but it could be yes. Let me. Logs are not updated. Let me check in the console itself. What are the logs I should refer? Okay, it says I should refer config mgr setup.log. Okay, that's good. Let me open up setup.log over here. Let me understand what is going on with the download of redist files. So basically redist files are prerequisite files uh, which is required for 1902. Okay, let me see. I hope you can still see my screen. Yes? No? Okay, that's good. Okay. So as you can see, it's downloading .NET version, and it's downloading other prerequisite files. Okay. Let me go back and see what is the status. Close. Let me do a refresh. It's still doing something. Let me close some of the log files. This is DMP. This is DMP log, but let me check the other log, what is going on there. So it's trying to download SQL client now. That is a prerequisite for 1902. Okay, it's the config mgr setup log is doing a lot of stuff now. So this is just to remind you, this we are going through this particular phase of the download redist. So basically redist is, as I mentioned before, prerequisite files for the 1902 upgrade. Do you mind sharing this live feeds to your friends through Facebook or WhatsApp or something? Probably it would be helpful for them. Okay, let's check. Let's give me a sec. I'm doing some sharing myself. Let's give me a sec. Let's give it a refresh. Let's see what is happening. Okay, that's great. So we have completed the download phase in the upgrade. So as you can see in the prerequisite file in the background, it says setup downloader, setup dl.exe finished. So setup dl.exe is the one which helps to download all the prerequisite files. You can run this manually also, but that is not recommended or supported, I would say. But this would be useful in some of the troubleshooting scenarios, running setup dl.exe to re-download the prerequisite files if you want. Okay, let me check um, in the console. If I go back to sorry, if I go back to administration workspace and check over here, you can see configuration manager 1902, sorry, ready to install, right? So let's right click and see what are the options we have. So as you can see, there are a couple of options. One is install update pack. So basically when you say install update pack, that is the upgrade of SCCM version from 1810 to 1902. Okay, so that is what basically install update pack. Okay, so basically, if you are running this in a lab environment, you can directly run the install update pack. Okay. Otherwise, if you are running in production environment, or if you are trying to install or upgrade SCM versions in production environment, I would recommend to run prerequisite check first. Okay. So that is very helpful. So run prerequisite check where should be done or should be performed in your production environment probably a week before the actual upgrade, or at least 2 or 3 days before the actual upgrade. For example, if you are planning to upgrade your SCCM production environment on a Saturday, then it is best to run the prerequisite tool on the on the previous Saturday. Otherwise, you can run it on Thursday or Wednesday. Okay, so that it will make sure that if you have a hierarchy and if you have a cache and other primary servers, then the content will be the update content, right? 1.53 GB and more. That content will be distributed to your primary servers. Okay, and moreover, it will analyze all your hierarchy and check whether you are meeting all the prerequisites or not for 1902 upgrade. So this is very helpful in production environment. But for this lab, I'm not going to do any um, run prerequisite check. Okay, so basically I'll be directly doing install update pack. Let's see that. Just click on install update pack and let's go through the wizard. Okay, so this is a useful button. I always click ignore for basically my lab environment. Okay, so if you are in production, probably you should not do that, to be on a safer side. Okay, but if you are comfortable with your previous uh, prerequisite check in your production environment, you can go ahead and do that. Okay, let's go through. I'm not looking at the chat window at the moment because I'm doing some sharing in my WhatsApp groups. Give me a sec. Sorry about that. Hope you can still see my screen. Okay, so I'm done with my sharing. Let's see. Say next. This is the new one. Okay, so in this page, what you can see as features. So what are the new features available in 1902 version, which we want to enable? So SMS Provider API is, yeah, I think this is not new to 1902. Basically, I have not enabled this on 1802, sorry, 1810. That is why this box is not checked in my 1902 wizard. So I'm going to check this. I want to enable this feature. Okay, this is very useful for uh, application deployment scenarios, like application deployment based on approvals, email approvals and all. So I'm going to say enable it. Okay, and click next. And this is another option, right? So SCCM team is providing us granularity to upgrade our SCCM client package. Okay, client package source. Okay, so there are two options: upgrade without validating, or upgrade, I'm sorry, validate in pre-prod collection. So if I click on it and if I go to browse, you can select any of the device collections over here. Okay, and you can say, okay, I want to deploy new 1902 client only to this set of devices in my environment. Okay, I don't want to deploy it to all the environments. Okay, so let's cancel this. This is my um, this is my lab environment, so I don't want to validate in pre-production collection. But if you are doing it in a production environment, I would recommend to do this validation for like 10-15 clients depending on your environment. Okay, and check whether everything is fine with the new version of client, that is in this case SCCM 1902 client. And when you once you are comfortable with 1902 client update, then you can proceed with updating all your clients in your environment to 1902. Okay, So let's click on upgrade without validating and click next. So this is basically a licensing page. We are least interested. So click next. This is a summary page. So that is fine. It will show you all the details which we have selected. So basically install update package, 1902 production, prerequisite warnings will be ignored, turn on following features. So I have turned on SMS Provider API feature. As I mentioned before, this is for email, useful for email approvals and all. Okay, so click next. So when I click next, it will start working on the upgrade process. So upgrade process started. So you still have to manually update your boot images with uh, if I understand correctly, boot images may not have a client version. Boot images just to boot up the machine. It should not contain the client version. So basically, the task sequence will contain the client version, client package. So yeah, it will automatically update the client's package source if you are using the default client package in task sequence. I have seen many organizations have copied this let me rephrase that. I have seen in many organizations, they don't use the default client package in task sequence. Okay. What they do is they copy the client package source and create a duplicate package, client package, and use that in task sequence. Okay. If you are doing that in your organization, then you need to update the that package also. Okay, let's check what is happening over here. 1902 installing. Okay, it says installing. Okay, that's good thing. Let's see. Okay, this is config mgr setup.log. I don't want this anymore. I'm closing that, and I'm done with DMP downloader log. Also, after the download of 1902, I'm closing that log file. I'm going to logs folder in my site server, and what I normally do is I sort this folder with date modified. Okay, so you can see like which is the latest log updated in this scenario. So basically you can see there are many logs are getting updated, but I'm more interested in one particular log, that is Scm update.log. Okay, this is the main log which I should, or I would recommend you to look at when you are doing SCM upgrade like this. Okay, just double click on this. Can you upgrade directly using ISO? Ankur. Hey, yeah, SCM 1902 is a baseline version. So you will get a copy of offline copy of this in ISO, and you can directly upgrade it if I'm not wrong. So last baseline version was 1802. Okay, and this scenario was supported for 1802 baseline version. So I'm hoping 1902 is also a baseline version, but they have not released the ISO yet, so you won't be able to see it yet. But probably after some time they will be releasing ISO, and probably you would be able to do the same. Okay, so let's check. Let's check. What is happening? Okay, let's give it a refresh. It says checking prerequisites. Let's check. Jitesh, I think I don't know. The upgrade scenario is a bit different. So probably SCC, Microsoft will allow you to upgrade from SCM 2012 to directly to 1902 once the baseline version is available. I don't know. You might have more details in the documentation. I would recommend you to refer the documentation. I could be totally wrong. So let's go to monitoring and check what is the status. Yeah, once in slow ring, probably they will release the ISO. It's doing the replication, as I mentioned, during the prerequisite check. It will replicate the content to all your primary servers. If you have child primary servers in your environment and a CAS and a primary child primary servers, it will replicate the content. Okay, that process is going on at the moment. So that that process can be checked in this particular log, distmgr.log. Let me open up that log over here, distmgr. Where is it? Dist. It's moving very fast, so I'm not able to open that. Okay, it's doing something. Predictions. Okay. Yeah, thank you. I was lucky, I would say, to predict that SCM 1902 will get released on 27th of March, and luckily, who is sleeping? Luckily, they are kind of they released a 1902 version on 27th of March. So yeah, I was lucky that time, but I'm not sure uh, next time my predictions will be correct or not. I'm not sleeping, I'm speaking. Are you able to hear me? Are you sleepy? You might need a coffee because it might be 2:30 a.m. there. Log is sleeping, yeah, okay. Yeah. Log is sleeping, maybe. It could take some time. Come on. Yeah. I can answer any questions if you have while we are waiting for this. Oh, okay. Yeah, got you. Let's let's wait for some time. Yeah, that's correct. The first requirement is patience. Yeah, that is even true for Intune. Okay. So uh, it's all cloud, right? We should deploy that to the cloud and then wait for that to reach your devices in Intune. So that is also like patience, patience. We need more patience. How does the law? How does the upgrade handle DB in AOG? Okay, so that's a good question, and I don't have any answer to that because um, I never worked on AG availability group stuff, so I'm not sure how that works. But it's a seamless update process. So probably in my corporate environment, I would be doing AG for 1902 upgrade. Before 1902 upgrade, I would be creating a SQL availability group, and I will be doing a 1902 upgrade. Probably at that time, I would be able to let you know more details on always on availability group kind of scenarios. But I think it should be a straightforward process if you follow all the recommendation of Microsoft. Can we do some session related to task sequence deployment? How to reduce the time? I can't see all the comments. Let's see. So honestly, Jitesh, I'm not very good at task sequence and other stuff. So probably we need to host. We need to bring in someone to have that kind of a deep level kind of a talk. Yeah, we can try for it, Jitesh. Sure, sure thing. Good suggestion. Let's do a refresh. What is happening over here? Let's go back to updates and check. Okay, it's still checking the prerequisites. Log is still kind of sleeping. Okay, size of the package. It is calculating the size of the package. That's good. At least it's done with the sleeping stuff. So Jitesh, I don't know whether you had a chance to look at the post from Bimal. He mentioned he had a post on the blog, and he mentioned about speeding up the task sequence or uh, Windows 10 upgrade in specific. How to speed up Windows 10 upgrade process. Okay, so I would recommend you to go through that blog post to get more details. And and there are some interesting blog posts coming soon, I would say. I want to keep that as a surprise from some of the very knowledgeable persons in SCCM support on the blog. So you should keep an eye on that. So that will give you more details about task sequence and what are the best practices. Yeah, I don't think, Bobby, I don't think we need to do anything special if you are having a passive primary server. Okay, okay. It should be a straightforward process. So, but I would recommend you to go to my blog post, how to how to manage devices.com, and there is a post about 1902 upgrade. Over there, I have provided you a checklist. In that checklist, you will get all the details which you are asking for or which you are looking for. So, about passive server and always on available group, etc. So, to answer your Adaptiva question, I don't think we need to do anything specific um, to Adaptiva configuration while you upgrade from SCCM previous version to 1902 production version. It's a straightforward process. You just need to upgrade SCCM and Adaptiva should automatically support it. But I would recommend again, um, Adaptiva support page, whether they are supporting 1902 version of SCCM and which version of Adaptiva is supporting 1902 version of SCCM. Okay, so could you please post the link? TS best practices. Okay, I could do that. How long it takes for your task sequence for Windows 10 to that person who asked. Okay. On average of 45 minutes, all application installation. Oh, that's good. 45 minutes is good for Windows 10 upgrade task sequence. Let's check what is happening. distmgr.log. It's again sleeping. Let's check administration and let's check prerequisite. Show status. Extract the update package. So something has progressed. Replication is, as you can see, no, it's not sleeping. Come on, it's completed. So replication is completed. update content library is done. So we are completed 2 of our steps in the upgrade process of 1902. So let's check what is happening at the installation. So installation stage is just started, and all the most of the installation components or updates are tracked through CM update log. So CM update log would be busy now. So it says deleting the folder. Okay, replication succeeded. So content replication succeeded. See, so in my case, there is no child primary servers or secondary servers, right? In your case, if you have a hierarchy, then this content will, the 1902 content will replicate to all the primary servers, and you can see this line in cm update dot log that will confirm the content replication is completed. So once the content replication is completed, then it will, that means the replication phase is completed and it will proceed with the installation phase. Okay, so that is what happening here. So it's extracting the update package, 1902 update package. Keep patience while using try. Yeah, let's let me check the comments if there is any. Let's open up CM update, and it's creating hash for algorithm 32780 hash tick, 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 tick. Okay. It's deleting the folder. Let me do some fun stuff over here. Let me go to this folder and check what is happening over there, and continue. Yeah, so there are a lot of staging folders available. Wow, in CMU staging. So as you can see, if I can sort this folder with date, then you can see this is the update which we are talking about. So basically what it is doing is, from a layman's perspective, okay, let me bring up another folder where we have seen, where is it? Let me go back to program files and configuration manager, EC update. Where is EC setup? Okay, so this folder, this is the folder. Let me adjust the screen. Okay, this folder. Okay, this is the folder where the 1902 update got downloaded. Okay, now as part of upgrade process, what is happening is SCCM is copying 1902 source from this folder, EC setup payload. Uh, this is package GUID. So you can see this package GUID in SCCM console itself. And basically that is getting moved to CMU staging folder, and this with the same package GUI. Okay, so that process is going on over here in the CM update log file. Okay, so the content is getting moved, so that's good. So we are getting to know, we are able to trace rather what is happening in the background. So let me compare the size of both the folders. This is the initial folder. After the prerequisite files download, and the size of this folder got increased to 2.32 gigabytes, right? And when we checked initially, it was 1.5 gigabytes, but that was before the prerequisite file download. Okay, which we talked, which we traced through config mgr prerequisite setup log file, prerequisite.log file. Okay, now let's check how much content has been moved from EC setup payload to CMU staging. Let's go to properties and check. Okay. So see, the content size is almost same, I would say. But if you look at the bytes, there is a difference, right? So let's see what is happening. So the content move is already completed. Let me see what is happening in CM update. Okay, it's proceeded. It's completed the content move. It's, it's doing a lot of other stuff. Let me trace back what happened to the content. Processing the file. Content is already found at the staging folder. Successfully reported update status. Okay, that's good. So signed and trusted. Okay, it confirmed the cap file has the same hash. So we are ready to proceed. Are you guys are still with me? Are you able to see my screen? 3:50 a.m. Okay, so you can refer to the live later also to this through the recording link. So that's fine. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I know it's a odd timing for you. Able to see my screen. Okay, thank you. So the staging thing is completed. Now it's going through all the update process. So it's initiated the update. Let me go to my update pack installation status and give it a refresh. Let's check what is happening. Okay, so as you can see over here, prerequisite check, there is a warning in prerequisite check. Client version, SQL client version. Okay, that's a good one. So I would recommend to update the SQL client version. Okay, potentially SQL performance issue caused by change tracking data. Okay, so I would, if you are doing this upgrade in your production environment, I would recommend you to check all these warning messages, and these are very important. But in the production, I'm sorry, in this lab environment, I'm not worried about that. So if I go to, so basically from an overall upgrade perspective, we have completed three stages: download, replication, prerequisite check. Now we are going through the installation phase, and in the installation phase also we have completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, 14 steps. Okay, so now we are going through config mgr database upgrade. So it's upgrading the database, and the details, you can see the details in cmupdate.log over here, right? So fun phase is coming. Okay, after the upgrade, if you want to see what are the new features, I would recommend to stay in the live session, and let's chat about SCCM while our SCCM lab is doing its upgrade. So basically this is a straightforward process, and I trust SCCM update, and I don't think it is going to fail anyways. Let's go to it. So this is what happening with the log files. Config mgr database upgrade is going on now. Finished resolving KB, local KB data. Okay. Okay. Let's do a refresh and check what is happening. It's still going through the database upgrade process for SCCM 1902. Okay, while waiting for update to complete, I just wanted to let you know, during the update also you can go through the SCM console and check all the features available and all the operational tasks. If you want to do any operational task, you can do that. You are not blocked. Okay. I have a question for you guys. If you are still able to hear me, I'm there in client settings, and um, as you can see, there is a default client setting, right? So how many of you directly change default client setting in your organization? So for example, if you want to change some settings or client policies, what you normally do? You directly go ahead and change the default client settings, or you will create a default copy of, or you will create a copy of default client settings and change that and deploy that to your devices. So for example, if you want to change the client policy interval to 30 minutes, so what you do normally, do you change that in your default client settings, or you do that in a default copy thing? And for same applicable for any other client setting changes, right? Not sure. Anybody is here, or all are kind of sleeping? Hello, hello. Okay, so basically the recommendation is don't touch the default client settings and do not change anything in default client settings. Okay, so best option is to create a copy of default client settings. Okay, or you can create a custom client settings from here and use that for all the changes. So basically you can keep default client settings as the same as a out of box kind of settings. Okay, it's kind of a template, I would say. You should keep that as a template basically. Okay, that is my kind of recommendation. So how to um, create a custom client setting? Let's click on this button over here. So let's go back and check here. SCCM is busy upgrading its database to 1902. Okay. So let's create a custom client setting for devices. So this is the best practice which you should follow if you want to change anything from the default client settings. Okay, so I'm creating a copy of default client settings for devices. So let's do that. Okay, so I have created just now. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create default client settings, making a copy of default client setting for users. Okay, so do this custom client settings for users, right? Click OK. So basically what you can do is, if you want to change something for all the devices and all the users in your environment, don't go and change the default client settings. Instead, I would recommend to create custom client setting for devices and custom client setting for users, right? And change that. For example, if you want to change some of the client setting for users, you can right click or double click on that custom client setting which I created and go ahead and change. For example, allow access to cloud distribution point. Yes, I want to enable that for my organization. Okay, all my users. Okay, I want to enable cloud DP access to all the users. Then I will do this. Okay, in my custom client settings for users, I won't change that in my default client settings. Okay, and same for devices as well, right? So if I go to device client settings, custom device client settings, and double click on that. Okay, let's go back and check what is happening with SCM 1902 upgrade. It's still upgrading the database. See, upgrade config mgr database is still going on. Let's see. Okay, let's go back to our client setting story again. So this is my device client setting, custom device client settings, right? So over here you can change whatever you want. If you want to use a branch cache, you can change that setting for all your devices in your environment. Okay, and if you want to change the cache size to 100% won't be recommended, probably 10% or 20%. Okay, and even client policy. Okay, you can change over here rather than changing the default client settings, right? So that is the best practice I want to share with you. So so basically what I'm saying is you should not change anything in default client setting policy. So that should keep as the default one or a template. Okay, rather, whenever you install a new SCCM infrastructure, create a custom client setting for devices and custom client setting for users, and use that to change your policies. Okay, and keep default client setting as a template. Okay, okay, let's check again what is happening with the update. Okay, I think it's completed the CM update, DB update or upgrade. Let me refresh. Okay, that's good. So we have completed upgrade of config mgr database. That is SCCM database is upgraded to 1902 now. Okay, now it's completed the update SQL registry as well. Okay, and even update our CM registry, that is also completed. Now it's going through the install files task. Okay, so as you can see, all these details what is happening in the background is available in cmupdate.log. So over here you can see in the in my screen, cm update log is getting kind of, it's really busy doing stuff for you in the background, right? So let's do it. Okay, what is happening? Let me take one line and check what is happening. Okay, it's everything is happening in this particular folder, CMU staging. So if I can go back to this folder, this is the folder where all the installation is happening. Okay, so all the source files are available in this folder. If you are wondering what is this what is this numbers and why the folder name is like this is the package GUI actually. If you go back to SCM console and if you check, if you go back to updates and servicing, you can see I have in config mgr or SCCM 1810 and 1902 versions, right? And I have a corresponding package GUI over here. So if I look at my 1810 package GUI, that ends with EC, I'm sorry, C3 EC. Okay, C3 EC. So if I go back to CMU and check where is my search, I will do a search and check where's my 1810 source file C3 EC. Okay, that's interesting. I can't find it. Let me check. There are a lot of folders, but if I look at let's leave 1810 for now and check the 1902 one. Okay, 1902 one, if you check the package ID, that is 3F38, right? Sorry, not package ID, it's package GUI. Okay, so if I check, this is the one, this is the folder 3F38. 38, right? If I go and click on properties, you can see this is the source files for 1902 upgrade. If I can see this thing, this log file line, it is saying, it says it is analyzing the DLL files inside this setup, SMS setup. So basically, yes, this particular folder is having all the source files from where the installation is happening at the moment. Okay. So this is the setup file for 1902, but it's not recommended to run this setup directly from this folder. Okay. Or from the other folder where we have we have downloaded the 1902 updates. So it's this folder, EC setup payload. So if I can go in, you can see the same folder structure over here also, right? So same content has been copied from EC setup to CMU staging uh, during the upgrade process, right? So that's good. So let's go back and check what is happening with the upgrade process. Okay, don't worry about that red lines. That should be sure we are fine. We should be fine. Okay, so it is completed that task which we mentioned before, install files. I think now it's kind of installing either of it's going through either of these tasks, like install language pack, install components, etc. Okay, that's good. Let's give a refresh. Okay, so as you can see, it's completed 80% of the installation, and 1902 installation task, right? Start WMI, install config MGR, configurations, server service broker, upgrade site control settings, install controls, install components, install language pack. So these things are completed. Wow, that's great information, right? So it's now updating the boot medias, boot images basically. Oh, at least after many kind of, I don't know, like half an hour or something, I can see a surprise emoji on my Facebook live feed. So I'm happy somebody is still awake, right? Thank you. Thank you for that. At least if you are kind of watching it live, probably you can do that frequently so that I will come to know like whether I'm speaking to someone live. Okay, anyways, don't worry. So as you can see, you can successfully copy the new source Vim file. Okay, that's good. So we are progressing over here. It's updating the boot image, default boot media and boot image. So these are the default ones. If you are using custom boot image and custom stuff, it won't touch, the upgrade won't touch, or upgrade won't change that. So the upgrade won't break your existing OSD process or task sequence if you are doing it uh, with a custom boot image or custom thing. So that's a good stuff. Thank you for that like. I need more. I need more. We need more energy or interaction. Come on. Okay, anyways, that's fine. Uh, Attempting export x64 boot image. So, okay, it's trying to export the boot image from the ADK installation source. So ADK is one of the prerequisite for any of SCCM, any SCCM version, right? So if you are installing 1810 or if you are installing new SCCM, it's always without ADK installation, you cannot proceed with SCCM installation. Okay, that's fine. We are doing good in the upgrade process. Facebook Live upgrade process, come on. Okay, that's good. Um, so we almost completed the start WMI, and it's going through the ADK and boot image configuration stuff, as you can see in the background in this log. This log is cmupdate.log. Let's see. Successfully copied the new source. Okay, that's good. So it's doing a lot of stuff for us in the background. So it's really nice, right? And it's lovely logs, right? You can see all the details in the log files. That is the beauty of SCCM, right? That is the real stuff. Really helpful for IT pros. So these things are kind of I'm kind of missing these things in Intune. So we won't get this kind of logging in Intune. Probably we don't need those kind of loggings because it's all in cloud. Okay, definitely. Now people will join. You to know about future prediction, Baba. Accurate result. You are making me Baba. Jitesh, you are still alive. No, no, I'm kidding. You're still watching. Yeah. Okay, that's good, Jitesh. I can see. I'm happy to see some interactions in the chat. That's lovely log files. See, CM update is crazy. Come on, what is going on? Ta-da-ta-da. MSP, it's doing a lot of stuff. It's copying some files from one folder to another folder. That's that's cool. Let's give a refresh and see which stage we are at. See, wow, clap. We have successfully completed Facebook Live SCCM 1902 upgrade. At least the installation phase is completed. So as I mentioned when we started, there are 5 phases, right? At the moment we are in the last phase, so we have completed download over here. We have completed the download of 1902 from Microsoft Internet or Microsoft Cloud, I would say. And then we completed the replication kind of process. If you have kind of primary servers, child primary servers and secondaries, then it will automatically replicate the content of 1902 to those things, or I don't know what to say, uh, those primary servers and secondary servers, okay, as part of prerequisite check. So whenever you run a prerequisite check of 1902, this will happen in the background. That is really nice. Okay, so that is why I recommended initially that if you are doing a production upgrade, you should run the prerequisite check a week before or a couple of days before at least, right? Then we have completed the prerequisite check, and then we have completed the installation. Wow, that is great. So we have done all the installation stuff, and now we are going through the service installation, post installation. And within post installation, as you can see, there are around 9 tasks. So we have completed the first task. Okay, let's see what is happening. Post installation. Let me go back and see what is happening over here. Digital signature, MSI. Okay, it's checking the signature, copying. That's good. So it's happening in real time in front of you, the upgrade. I don't know how many of you are seeing it for the first time and how many of you are did this for your organization or within your organization. I'm sure um, many of you have not done this at least 1902 for your organization. Maybe a couple of you must have done this in your lab 1902 installation, but I'm upgrading my lab live in front of you. So we basically started with the PowerShell script with which is provided by Microsoft, okay, to enable the fast string, right? So we my lab environment was not in the fast string, so I enabled that with the PowerShell script, and we started downloading the content of 1902, probably an hour back. I don't know, like this live is going, I don't know, it may be more than an hour now. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's check. So we started from that today. So probably it's kind of a useful Facebook Live. So for some of you, um, because I'm not like whenever I make a YouTube video, I, I I don't have this kind of interaction with you all. Um, and I cannot put all the things in the YouTube video, because um, people I have seen, like if my YouTube video is more than 20 minutes, nobody's going to watch it fully. so the Facebook Live, and probably next time I will try YouTube Live. That would be useful for the live interaction and sharing the stuff end to end without editing anything, like a real life stuff. Okay, so that is very useful. These technologies are making our life very easy. Facebook Live and YouTube Live. So along with SCCM in place upgrade, right? So that changed most of the SCCM admin's life, if I would say. Before updates and servicing, like we need to download each update. For example, if you want to in previous scenarios, right, if you are doing 2012 or something, then you need to download the latest content from Microsoft, and you need to manually update it. You need to manually do the things, prerequisite check, and all the other stuff, like copying the content to the primary child primary servers and etc. But with the updates and servicing, it changed entire stuff, right? It became so easy and straightforward process. So that's really life changing for many SCCM admins who is managing the infrastructure side of SCCM. Okay, let's go through. Let's refresh over here. Let's check what is happening over here. Could not copy the registry. Okay, that's fine. I don't worry much about the registry errors. It should be fine, I'm sure. Okay, I trust SCM update. Are you able to see my screen? You can replay with hi or anything, like thumbs up, because I can see there are not much people in live. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, so we have almost completed the upgrade process, right? So let's see what is happening. It's going through the installing process. SMS replication configuration monitor components, and these details, you can see the log file details also. If you want to check the log files, you can see over here. Let me go back to the log file over here. Okay, log files, program files, SCCM configuration, logs, and I want to check site comp.log to check what is happening with my installing SMS underscore replication configuration monitor. Assume something is happening over here. So it's trying to install this component, and let's see. Okay, let's do it again, and let's check what is happening. Okay, so it's completed another 3 processes, right? Another 3 tasks, that is client. What is it? Let me check. Updating configuration manager client pre-production package. Okay, that is completed. Updating client folder on site server. Okay, that is pretty new. I have never noticed this before. This is new in 1902, I assume. That is really great. It is providing all these informations, like client update and everything. That's really nice. Updating the configuration manager client package. So let me check the client package, right, to confirm this, whether this is updated or not. Let me check the client. So yeah, it seems it is updated over here. You can see this timestamp. So this is today's timestamp, and this is 2 minutes before. Now it's 4:56 in my lab, and it's 4:59. Sorry, 4:59 in my lab, and this got updated around 4:56, as you can see in my screen. So this is really nice. New things added. If I'm not wrong, this is new. let's check what is happening. Okay, refresh. Post installation. So it's very good. It's almost completed everything apart from turning on the features. So that's kind of fine. Okay, so it's completed all the post installations of SCCM 1902 successfully. Let me see the site component log. I think we can close this. This is not very useful now, but we can go back to cm update dot log. That is where all the updates or upgrade process is being tracked. So this is nice. Okay, good. So let's see what is happening. Okay, I hope you can see my screen and what is happening. Give me thumbs up if you can see my screen. Okay. Let me do a refresh again to check what is happening. Okay, that I think we are kind of done with upgrade now. Probably the last step of the upgrade is basically the updating the SCM console, right? So let's see the console version. See, I it is asking me to update the console now. So I wanted to see the console version. So basically, the console version, existing console version is 5.18101075. Okay, and it's kind of asking me to update the console. So my recommendation would be to update it, okay, as soon as possible. So let's go through the console update process as well. Okay, live, real time, not a recorded video in YouTube. We are doing it live. Can you see since how many minutes we are running this upgrade stuff or Facebook Live? Okay, that's fine. Let's wait for the console upgrade to finish. Let's see whether the console upgrade is going through well or it is getting failed or not. So just to inform you, um, if you have not seen the live from the starting, we have enabled we have enabled our SCCM lab as a fast string through the PowerShell script which Microsoft provided. Okay, this PowerShell script, these kind of details, how to get the PowerShell script, how to download the PowerShell script, is available in my blog, how to manage devices.com. Okay, so you can go to that blog, and there is a 1902 upgrade post over there. Over from there you can get the link to this PowerShell script, which you can see in the screen, and you need to run that PowerShell script, and you need to provide the site server name. Okay, so once you provide the site server name, then the script will enable the fast string for your SCCM environment. Okay, so we have enabled that, we have downloaded 1902, then we upgraded 1902. Now we are in the last stage of upgrade process, and that is the console upgrade. Okay, so once the console upgrade is done, we can go through the process of um, go through the process of the new features, like reviewing the SCCM 1902, um, new features and kind of stuff like that. And you can ask me um, if you have any specific questions in SCCM. Okay, let me go through. Okay, so the console update or upgrade got completed. Let's see whether I'm able to connect to my database. So I'm having a remote SQL box. Okay, so SQL is not in this box. So wow, great. So we have successfully completed SCCM 1902 upgrade, and I'm sharing live through Facebook. Okay, the entire update process, starting from running the PowerShell script to opt into 1902. So that is great. Hopefully this is good experience or good learning for some of you. So as you can see, this is the latest version of console, that is 1902. um, and you can see the version 1902 1085 1600. That is the latest version of the console, and the site version is 508790 1000. Okay, that's cool. Let's go back to, wow, this is nice stuff, right? You can see a new workspace in 1902 production version, right? That is community. Wow, that's great stuff. So at the moment in the community workspace, you can see only the what you call, only the documentation, but community stuff is very interesting. Trust me, there are a lot of stuff coming in community workspace. Okay, so there will be, as I have, I don't know whether you have seen my previous blog posts about community workspace. Uh, in the preview versions of SCCM, you can see a hub node over here. In the hub node, you would be able to see the scripts, community scripts, and community reports on the right hand side over here in the console, and you can download community stuff directly from SCCM console, and it will directly go and sit in your software library scripts. For example, if you are downloading a script, it will, you can download that community script from the console, and it will directly go to software library, and it will go to scripts, and it will be available here to to you to use directly. So that is very good stuff. So community is the new workspace node available in 1902 production version, but you can directly access the documentation, SCCM documentation from this node. So you don't need to go to some other internet browser to access this. So all the interesting stuff is available over here in the community, in the documentation node. Over here, you can see like page views, log files for troubleshooting, and etc. Trending stuff. Okay, what is new in version 1810? So these are the page views and kind of stuff you can see. That's really nice stuff, right? Oh, great. So this is interesting information, and you can see also over here you can see the new and updated support articles. That is really great. Okay, if you are having some trouble, you can see there is a KB article, and probably it will help you to troubleshoot. Okay, so that's nice thing. Okay, good. Administration, wow, that's great. Administration, um, let's go back and check. You can see 1902 got installed, and if you have noticed earlier, I had 1810 and 1810 upgrade, 1810 updates, right? So at the moment all those are removed because I have successfully installed 1902 production version, and it successfully got installed, right? So this is really nice stuff. Okay, let's see. Eh, Let me know if you have any questions. I can answer. Otherwise, let me go through all the notes in 1902 and check whether I can trace any changes. Okay, so now I'm in hierarchy configuration, and let's check Active Directory user discovery, for example. Okay, is there any changes over here? Active Directory attributes. Let's try to add this, specify an account. Okay, browse and find out my domain, etc. Let's do that. Okay, so let's edit it and again check whether there is anything new over here. Can't see. Okay, let's move on. Let's check system discovery, policy schedule, Active Directory attributes, options. Only discover the computers that have logged on. I think this is fine. Same thing. Okay, let's go to boundaries and boundary groups. Let's go to boundary groups and see whether there is any change over here. Boundary groups, if I go back to references and I can add, yeah, I can add one site system over here and use the site boundary. Okay, that's fine. Relationship, I can add one relationship and check what is happening over here. Is there any, yeah, MP option is there. Never fall back, you can set never fall back for MP, and same for all the other things like distribution points and software update points. Okay, that's great stuff. This is great stuff. So there are a lot of options available over here yeah, SCCM provides a lot of granularity with the boundary groups. Okay, allow peer downloads, and during the peer download only use peers within the same subnet and etc. So a lot of granularity is there. Okay, let's go to another stuff. database replication is not applicable for me, because this is basically, if you have a hierarchy, then you would be able to see some nodes over here, connections over here. Like if you have child primary servers, those child primary servers connections will be available here. As you can see, parent side, uh, parent side type, child side type, etc., etc. Okay, so we are going through a 1902 production version updates. Okay, so let's see what is there in file replication. There's nothing much over there. And even forest discovery, let me go to properties and see what is happening here, what is there in this. There's nothing much I can trace. Let me know if you want to see anything specific in this. Okay, co-management, um, I can go through the co-management stuff. Okay, I have not done in this lab, so, but yeah, there is an option to do that in this. Okay, that's cool. So configure Azure services. So let's see what are the options available here. So I'm missing um, desktop analytics over here. Probably it will come later, but it was available in the preview version, so I was expecting uh, desktop analytics in the 1902 production, but it's not available. So probably there is a private preview, or I don't know, uh, going on with desktop analytics. So probably that is why it's not yet ready to get uh, get into public preview. Okay, so that is why it's not available. But if you want to see what is desktop analytics and how to enable that from a SCCM perspective, I have a blog post and a video post about that in my blogs. You can refer to that. Okay, Active Directory tenants and Intune subscription. This is no more used. Probably it must be, yeah, they cannot remove it because maybe there are some other folks or some other organizations are still using it, because this is basically used for the hybrid scenarios. If you are uh, if you are managing Intune stuff with SCCM console, then this is the way to do that Intune integration. Okay, so that is out of support now. So I have a blog post about this also. So probably if you want, you can watch that. Android for work, that is not there. That should not be. So cloud distribution point. I thought like this stuff is no more available in 1902, but I can see because the cloud management gateway comes with the cloud distribution point, right? So you don't need to have a separate cloud distribution point if you already have a cloud management gateway. Okay, let's go to sites and see if there is any other stuff you can see over here. Ports, sender, publishing, client, computer communication. Nothing changed over here. Service window. Let me see. There is anything new over here or not? Nothing. I think security, deployment. Okay, that's cool. Let me check the hierarchy settings for the site server. License, script author, configure client peer source to to divide content into parts. Sorry. So this was available in 1810 as well, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so let's go to licensing. Licensing, nothing is there in licensing. Diagnostics and usage data. Okay, it's enhanced. That's fine. Uh, it's okay. Client approval and conflicting records. So it's fine. Windows authentication, this stuff is introduced in, I think, in 1810 or the technical preview versions. I don't remember exactly, but this was there available, and I did a video on this topic separately. So, okay, upgrade, client upgrade. Okay, this is very useful actually. So you can see the client version over here in this, right? The client version is 50087901007. This is the client version for 1902, right? So this is very useful. 1902 production version client, the latest client version is this one. Okay, so you can configure your pre-prod client versions, etc. over here, and even you have an option to exclude specific client from upgrade. So for example, if you have a specific VIP devices which you don't want to install the latest client, or there is some other conflict or other application dependency, uh, then you can exclude those kind of clients with this option. Okay, you can select the production client modification, production client version upgrade, but what you can do is you can exclude some of the clients in your hierarchy with this option. That is very useful. And this is also very useful. Always distribute the client. This option over here down automatically distribute client installation package to distribution points that are enabled pre-staged content. That's cool option, right? So you don't have to do a pre-staging manual task and kind of stuff like that. So that is nice. Let's see and check whether there is anything new in in the in this stuff, right? So I don't know whether you are able to see my screen still. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, it got hang, I think. That's fine, I think. Okay, let's do it again. Advance, and let's do a find now, and let's see what are the options we have. SCCM TP1. Let's try this and say next. Okay, SCCM. This is creating a new site server. Hey Steve, thank you for that. Happy to see some interactions in the chat window. That helps me to give me some more energy. Okay, thank you. You can see the proxy settings. There's nothing much changed over here. I just wanted to check whether there is any new site server role. Application catalog, web, these two are not used. I don't think we should use this. This is kind of out of support. So they are integrating application catalog features into the software center and the management point. Okay, so you don't require these two roles. If you are using it in your existing environment, then it's better to migrate from application catalog to software center for user-based deployments. Okay, so that is kind of fully supported. Almost, I think, 99% of the scenarios are already covered. Probably some of the organizations are using some specific stuff that is still not supported through management point policies. For that, probably we might need the service point. Okay, web service point. Okay, that's fine. So asset intelligence, service registration point, cloud. Okay, cloud management, warehouse, distribution point, enrollment point. I think everything is fine. Like it's all same. So I will cancel out this. I will try to do a site system role over here. Let me go through the site system again. Let me go through the site system, and I will select one, and I will just go through it to see whether there is anything new in 1902 production version. So yeah, it's pretty much same, right? So site system server or site system role. So nothing new, and I'm not. Okay. Hope you can still see my screen. Okay, let me see. Are you guys are still with me? Site roles, okay, that's fine. Client setting is important one. Maybe we would be able to see something over here new with 1902 production version client settings. Let's see. Client settings. We can't see anything over here. Probably I have seen this, most of this in the technical preview versions. That is why I am not able to recognize anything new in the production version of 1902. If you see something new, please ping me so that we can talk more about that. Remote, okay, remote tools, software center, software deployment, software inventory, software updates, software updates. Okay, enable management of office client agent. Okay, that's fine. State messages, user. Okay, analytics. Okay, analytics. If I say yes, commercial ID I need to provide. Yeah, you want to know more about commercial ID and other stuff about the telemetry. Uh, New troubleshooting feature. Oh, okay, that's a good point. I will come to that in a minute about the task sequence and new troubleshooting feature. Okay, let's go back to the Windows Analytics stuff. If you want to see more about commercial ID and Windows Analytics stuff and the integration with Windows Analytics and Desktop Analytics, I have a post about that, different post about that. It would be interesting for you to see. So over here, you can see one interesting stuff is over here, enhanced limited. This is the new telemetry criteria which Microsoft introduced. This is basically for the corporate customers and kind of stuff like that. This is very useful in a desktop analytics scenario. So I'm happy to see this available in the in this 1902 client settings. Okay, so that's cool. So as you can see, 8.1 and earlier telemetry, you can enable it from here also. So local intranet and proxy. This is nice stuff. So let's go back. Security. I don't think security. There is nothing new, but I don't think there is anything new over here. Register or renew ISP blog refresh. I think we can skip this. Yeah, I don't see anything fresh over here. Let's go to properties and check. Enable and configure Branchcache. Adjust. Yeah, this was already there. Let bad. So this is very useful. Let bad. I don't know how many of you are using this in your environment, but this is very useful. Pixie, multicast, group relationship content. Group relationship content is useful. That's really useful. Huh? Content validation, boundary groups. Okay, that's cool. Let's migration. I'm not big fan of migration, but yeah, from an organizational perspective, we are kind of bit struggling with migration. We are not very sure like which ports to be opened if you have a CAS and a primary server, and even we have kind of a, if we have kind of a tier 3 kind of hierarchy in SCCM 2007, and if you want to migrate, create a migration task from 2007 to SCCM current branch, then that's a trouble. uh, yeah. Okay, anyways, management insight. So I'm expecting a lot of new stuff from here in this node. So this was already there, um, about the anti-malware stuff, so that's fine. I'm going to skip through this and I'm going to check the software center. I just double clicked on it and you can see what are the things over here. Application catalog. Okay, a new version. This was already there, if I'm not wrong. I'm going to software updates. Let's see what is there in software updates. So software updates. Client settings are not configured to allow clients to download the Delta content. Okay, this is nice stuff. I didn't notice this in the previous version 18.10. I'm not sure whether it was there or not, but this is new for me. Go to applications and let's see what is there in applications without deployment. This was there. Changes to behavior for sending service and diagnostics to Microsoft Office. Okay, that's cool. Okay, let's check what is there in Mac OS. This was already there. Simplified management. This is interesting one, I would say. And the next one also, collection. Okay, this was already there. These two things was already there. Were already there. Collections. Let's check collections. Okay, collections. Wow. Superb. Empty collections. This was already there. And I can see collections with no query rules enabled for any schedule. Collections with no query rules and incremental updates enabled. Collections with no query rules. Oh, superb. Yeah, this is really useful. Okay, that's really useful. This is new. I think there are a couple of stuffs new over here for 1902 production release. Collections, we checked collections. Cloud services, I'm not sure. Management insights. How many of you are using management insights in your organization? This is very useful. If you are not using it, I would strongly recommend to use it. This is very useful to get an overall view of your hierarchy. enable devices hybrid Azure AD join, move hybrid MDM to Intune in Azure. Okay, that's cool. These two are new, I think. This one is new, pretty new, I think, because I have not run this before. So I think that is new in 1902. Let's see. Okay. Proactive maintenance. Proactive maintenance. Let's see that. What is that? What is that? And what is the new stuff in there? Okay. I think these are all same as 1810. Boundary group, no membership, content to client, enable WSUS cleaning, unused boot media, unused configuration items, upgrade peer cache source last configuration. Not sure whether this was there before or not. I don't remember. Probably I have seen this in some of the technical preview versions. Okay, so let's get out of administration. So this is a nice view of management insights in my lab environment. So that's a great way of looking into your infrastructure, SCCM infrastructure, and get the insights. Okay, that's cool. Management insights, rocks or rock. Okay. Okay, let's get out of administration and let's go to monitoring, or let's go to the fun stuff, probably the task sequence stuff. I don't know whether I have any task sequence available over here in this lab. Okay, so what was it? Task sequence and see the new troubleshooting feature. I'm not sure where is the troubleshooting feature which you are referring. If you can help me to find out that, that would be great. Otherwise, I might need to look into the documentation to find out where is the troubleshooting step. This is high impact task sequence. Okay, this is nice. I never seen this before. Custom test. Okay, this is nice. User notification staff in the task sequence is nice. Probably this was there already there in 1810 and previous versions. Sorry. Okay, that's fine. If you don't know exactly where is the troubleshooting stuff, let me try to create a new task sequence and see whether I can see anything new. Test. I I think image package. Okay, I will use the same package. Okay, and I will change this to enterprise version. It is when you run the task sequence, the new feature shows up step by step after. It's when you run the task sequence, the new feature shows step by step after you run the deployment. Okay, so you mean to say it should be deployed to some of the devices, or are you talking about the phased deployments? So if you are talking about the phased deployments, then yeah, show it to you. This is you can see in the bottom side there's a phase deployment option, that will tell you like what is the success criteria of your what is the success rate of your task sequence, etc. And depending on the success rate, you can stop the task sequence or you can deploy it more widely to more users, etc., etc. So yeah, let's go to Yes, I just okay. Intune.com, and I will provide a particular OU computer. This is my lab environment. I don't recommend to use this. Let me use my ID over here just for confirmation, just to proceed with this step and see what is new in the task sequence, kind of stuff like that. Management pack. Okay. I'm selecting everything new. Install package. So application. So I will install Mozilla probably. Okay, just click next. And let's see if, okay, what I noticed is, I don't know whether there is a new autopilot existing. Okay, so I'm not sure whether this was available in 1810 or not, because I've been using 1810 and going through another technical preview versions, right? Probably. So I'm not sure whether this was available. This is a new template, I think. Okay, if I So let's go to phase deployment, and if I want to create a phase deployment for a task sequence, right click and create a phase one for task sequence to collection. I think I will go with all desktops. Then in the second collection, I will go with all systems. This is just a lab environment, so I'm fine with that. But I don't think this is recommended for the production. So you should, in the phase one, you should be selecting a pilot user, pilot devices. Okay, so that might be like only one or two devices. And in this phase two, probably you will be selecting a phase two pilot devices. Okay, that will be like 100 or more than that. So let me edit this, and you can see uh, all the options, phase settings, how many, like percentage, you can set the percentage, how, like if you set 80%, 80 as a percentage, if you have 80 percentage of success, then only the task sequence will get deployed to the second collection, that is all systems over here. So this is pretty much useful phase deployment. Okay, so that is it, phase deployment. But hmm, okay, let's go to applications and see, is there anything new over there? Applications, come on, applications. The ribbon button is almost same. Convert to MSIX, that was already there. Okay, let's go and create a deployment, right? So create a deploy. Okay, I believe it is for in place upgrade. You have a better details of the progress bar. Okay, it's for the in place upgrade. Okay, got you. Okay, let's check. Let's deploy this to, okay. Okay, then probably what I will do is I will go to device collections and I will deploy to all devices. That's cool. And I will add a distribution point to content distribution. Could you see setting maintenance mode for distribution points? Okay, so that's a good point. Maintenance mode for distribution points. Yeah, good point. Let me complete this, and I don't see anything new over here in this deployment, application deployment. Okay, good. Let me close this and let me go to the properties of the deployment. And okay, let me go back to the administration and check distribution point and enable maintenance mode. Okay, this is what you are talking about, right? Could you see the settings of distribution point maintenance mode? Okay, that's cool stuff. Okay, so you are about to enable. So as you can see in the screen, there is a, if you go to distribution points in the administration workspace, uh, there is if you have a distribution point in your environment, and obviously you will have enable a maintenance mode. So this will enable the maintenance mode for the distribution point. Okay, so if you click on that button, it 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 will give you a pop-up, and it will say like, okay, you are about to enable maintenance mode on distribution point. One distribution point, new content will not be delivered, and distribution point will not be offered as a content location to clients. Okay, so this is the setting for enabling the distribution point maintenance. Okay, so let me enable that. Okay, I have enabled it. Okay, that's cool. So let's check in the monitoring. I just distributed for my Firefox application to the distribution point, right? So let's check content. Where is it? Let's go back to the software library. Software library, and let's check the content status. I have enabled the distribution point. I'm sorry, I have enabled the maintenance mode for my distribution point, and it says failed. I don't know why it is failed, but it was before this date, not today. It might be failed for some other reason. Okay, this is something else. Not because of maintain distribution point maintenance mode. Okay, so let me go back to the distribution point maintenance mode and disable it. Okay, I clicked on disable maintenance mode ribbon button and click OK. It will give you a nice pop-up, and it says you are able to disable. Okay. Oh, I have already enabled it, so it's again disabling it. Sorry, my mistake. Okay, so going back to the application stuff, let's see the content. This is the properties of the application, and deployment, scheduling, deploying settings, allow end user to repair. This was there in 1810 and previous versions, I would say. I don't know, 1810 it was there for sure. Okay, so let's check. Is there anything other than this you want to see? Let's go to the properties of the application and see what are there in this. Preferences, distribution settings, deployment settings, enable on-demand distribution. Okay, deployment types. If this would be interesting if I go to properties of deployment types. Okay, content, persist content in the client cache. Okay, this is nice option. I don't know it was there already there or not, but this is nice. Programs, detection method, user experience, requirements, return codes. Okay, requirements. Let me add. Okay, so this is normal. This is the existing one. Okay, user experience. Allow user to view interact programs will install. Should configuration manager enforce specific behavior regardless of application intended behavior? Wow, that's new for me. Probably this was already there in 1810. Software install program might force a device to restart. Okay, determine the behavior based on written codes. Okay, that's good. So this can help in most of the task sequence scenarios. People are many organizations are using task sequence for chaining and sequencing. Probably we can use this kind of a feature uh, to avoid task sequence and give more power to application. Okay, that's cool. So software install might force configuration manager client will force a mandatory device restart. Okay, that's so nice. Okay, cool. Okay, let's move on. Um, I don't know what else you want to see. If there is anything else you want to check out, let me know. Third party catalog update, add custom catalog. This was already there. I think maybe they might have included new update catalogs. I'm not sure. Okay, let's check what else is there. There are a lot of stuff in Office 365 updates. There are a lot of things, but I have not enabled that in my this lab, so I won't be able to show much over there. So let's go back to assets and complaints and go through if there is anything new over here in the users. I don't I have not enabled the user discovery for this lab, so probably you won't be able to see it. Okay, endpoint deployment. Okay, let's see whether there is anything new over here in the tab. Sorry, columns. Client certificate. I have seen there are a lot of options like you can search with Mac ID and all. So I can search now with Mac ID of a machine, right? So that option is available. Let me check. Mac ID is here. Yeah, Mac address. Okay, so that is cool feature. So you can search with Mac ID. That is useful in many cases. I believe you can search. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I hope so. Okay. Yeah. Cool. That's cool. So I remember at least some of the new features. Device collection, user collection, device collections. Let me see if there is anything there. I don't have any clients, unfortunately, in this lab, so I can't show much. Okay, complaint settings. There are a lot of stuff in complaint settings also, I think. So I have seen something related to Office 365. So let's see. Test Office, okay, Windows 10. Okay, next. Windows 10. Okay, next. Select all. It is going to take some time. to add all those things into the wizard. So this is 1902 version, and edge. I can't see anything related to Office 365 specifically. Okay, so let's cancel this. And configuration baseline is fine. OneDrive, this is nice. OneDrive for Office profiles. Um, remote connection profiles. Okay, that's cool. Windows 10 edition upgrade. Yeah, I have couple of blog posts about this when they released it few years back, or I don't know, last yeah, couple of years back, I think. So initially it was only available for SCCM, it was not available for Intune. Okay, that was cool. So um, so let's go through 1902 features, and I don't know, like if you want to see anything specific in 1902 console, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to go through the monitoring tab and check what is new in there. If other than that, I don't have anything much over here. Package conversion status, that is good. Though package analyzed, that's good. So I have only one package and that got analyzed. This is nice stuff. I don't have cloud management enabled for this lab. So co-management is also not there for me. Upgrade readiness, I have not connected. So these are like good stuff for production environment. Security updates and servicing, site server status, distribution point status. Okay, distribution point status, client data source. Okay, so client data source, Mozilla failed. Okay, that's fine. Script status. And yeah, I just remembered something. In scripts, they have enabled something new. Let me check. Create a script, and I will name it as fast string enable script. Enable script. Okay. PowerShell script. Let me import a script. Come on. Or what I can do is I can edit the script sample one. My SCCM is stuck. Okay, it's working. Let's open up. Okay, this is a sample script. I just wanted to provide experience or share the experience of it. So yeah, it needs, wow. This is cool, right? So it's asking you to provide the script parameter. So over here I need to provide a parameter. Wow, that's cool stuff. So site server, I can provide the description also. Server, for this is nice stuff in the script. Okay, and site server, the parameter description details will come here, and I can provide the default value over here. Okay, so let me copy my site server name from here and put it in the script. just for testing purpose, because this is a script which we use to enable the 1902 fast ring or opt-in ring. Okay, if you are not watching the video since the starting. Okay, so if I say next and say next, close, and you can see edit in this is nice, edit an existing script. That option is there. Okay, like you can edit it. If you edit and save the script, you need to approve it before. Okay, that's fine. So here is the option to edit the script, right? So next you can go through the script and you can edit it, and you can import the new script, and you can clear the existing script, etc. So that is nice option, right, to have. Okay, so let's check what else is there in the properties. If I can go, script parameters are there. I have shown you script parameters. You can edit that. Okay, so you can check the details also. What is the minimum length and maximum length? This is really nice, cool option in scripts. So that's there in the scripting. Let me go back to the monitoring. Okay, one thing I forgot is CM pivot, right? So I cannot run that CM pivot in my environment probably because I don't have any client, unfortunately. But there are a lot of improvements in the CM pivot. Okay, let me do that. Let me try to do that. I hope most of you are aware what is CM pivot, right? I have a lot of blog posts about that. So unfortunately, I can't run that. So how to run the CM pivot is right click on any of your device collection, and select an option like CM pivot, right? Start CM pivot. So this is the option. Okay, that's cool. And even you can run the script from here. Okay, so script parameters, and you can enable the script over here. So before that you might need to approve the script and kind of stuff like that. So that's cool stuff. Okay, let's go back to monitoring, and let's check what else. I think we are almost done. If you don't have any further questions, I'm going to close this live. I will wait for a couple of minutes more. If you don't have any questions, I will close this live. Hope this is helpful to you in some ways. And I was able to provide you a real-time experience of SCCM upgrade without any cut or editing. Okay, this was real SCCM upgrade. Okay, real time live. Okay, I was upgrading. As I mentioned, we started with the script, running the script. Okay, and enabling my environment to upgrade. Okay, um, and so we downloaded 1902 version, and we went through entire upgrade process. Okay, over here you can see we went through all the upgrade process. Over here, download, replication, prerequisite check, installation. We completed the post installation as well, and then we installed the new version of the console. So you can check back this video and find out the steps which we have gone through in this Facebook Live. So hopefully this is helpful to you to understand the end-to-end upgrade process. Okay, and we have gone through the many log files. Okay, different log files and folders. Okay, like this. Okay, as you can see, CMU CMU staging folder and all the other folders. Okay, so hopefully this is useful to you, and thank you for watching. If you don't have any questions, I'm going to stop this live presentation, and wishing you all great weekend. Okay, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel or Facebook page, I would I would request you to do that. Probably that will help you to get more details about upcoming live sessions, and to update yourself about the SCCM news and Intune news. Okay, so that's it from my side. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.